I'm in the town of Aldridge, where 26-year-old James Brindley lost his life just metres from his front door. So far, there is no obvious motive as to why someone would want to harm him. That night, he had walked to the pub to meet best friend PJ and was with him moments before the attack.
I can't get my head around it myself. It's the worst I've ever felt about anything because I left him that night. Everyone thought, oh, it's going to be something to do with PJ.
Why? Why would anyone think that?
Because he was with me. Somebody was way more likely to want to hurt me than they would to hurt him. I had a threatening phone call that week about somebody's girlfriend or something. I sat across my mind, I thought, have they come to get me and I've got the wrong person?
Mistaken identity?
Yeah.
Sorry, that shocks me a little bit.
I was just thinking worst case scenario. I knew it was going to be nobody after you.
PJ was with James moments before the attack. Was mistaken identity possible? Or was it such a shock for anyone to hurt James that people didn't know what to think?
And I started to think in my head, how could this have happened? I couldn't believe that someone would do anything to James. And I honestly thought that it was mistaken identity. Sorry.
It was easily the worst 3-4 weeks of my life.
I need to find out if this theory had any weight.
PJ raised that concern with us, but there was nothing even remotely began to give that theory any credibility. Nobody would have known that James was going to be walking from the high street towards the croft at that time, that night, unless they'd followed him during the course of the evening.
I cannot imagine how hard it must have been for PJ thinking that. But it just goes to show what kind of a guy James was, that people couldn't imagine anyone wanting to hurt him. I'm on my way to West Midlands Police Headquarters to meet Superintendent Chris Mallett.
Hi, Chris.
To piece together James's route that night, to see if there are any clues.
So that there is James. This is just before 20 to 11 on the 23rd of June. And James has just gone into the pub.
Wow, this is him in the pub.
That's right, yeah. He stayed there with his friends. And this is him leaving the pub with them. They go to PJ's flat and he carries on his own. And we followed him through the town on the CCTV to see whether there was anything that happened, any kind of interaction with anybody else that could have led to it, and there was nothing at all. We plotted the call data. He's on the phone to Lauren, his girlfriend. And that's the last time we see him before he's attacked. At some point during him being off camera, the phone call with Lauren ends. The attack took place within a matter of 25, 30 seconds. James gets back on the phone to her seconds before he collapses.
So that means it only took about 35 seconds for this attack to take place?
Yeah. He then made his way back, and shortly after being stabbed, you'll see from this that he comes back onto the camera.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.